see, and maybe you see it too, and the people who are only listen don't see it, that Xander has his new microphone
I
live.
have a new microphone and I hope it sounds way different.
We have always a silent competition who has a better sound. And I think he won this time. I need a bigger one too.
It looks the most impressive. I don't know if it sounds the most impressive.
No, it sounds very good. So, and when we go back to what happened last time was that we talked about exactly the situation where you wanted to install it. We wanted to start recording our podcast and it didn't work the way you want. And I had also an example, how can that be frustrating for us sometimes when we encounter obstacles and that we are totally not anymore disempowered. And on this episode, we want to talk about something, what to do when that happens. And maybe we can go back to the resurfacing book, this book, the page we last time read together, and we might put it in the show notes, the book, how it called. There was something, a bullet point, many bullet points about how to react, how people react when their attention is exhausted. So example, like criticizing the task, blaming others,
giving up.
Huh? And one of them was sometimes people acknowledge the overwhelm without taking it personally. They react by trying again. They succeed. And how can we relate it to the microphone, Xander?
I realized that when I feel overwhelmed and take it personal, I don't express that. So I hide it and then I cannot do anything with it. And now I opened up about it. It says, I want to try actually to make it work. Is it okay if I take a few moments and see how I can make it work? And that was actually an acknowledgement that I need a few moments to make it work, to create some space for myself. And then actually it was fixed very soon. So it was also more of a relaxed, honest sharing of what I needed to make it work.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, we both talked before about examples in our life where we did it, and we must say that we have more examples for the other side, like
yeah, that is very apparent. And but what was a moment where you did not take it personally, the overwhelm, and you reacted by trying again, Chrissy?
I realized this morning, it's weekend when we record, and I realized that I was not taking care of the dog. I actually want to do it, and that my partner always had to do the walks outside and doing stuff. And I realized that I even didn't ask him for it. He just did it to help me because he knew that I was very overloaded with tasks I had to do. And the moment I felt like how nice it is when you can help each other. So my overwhelmed got away by seeing that there are people reaching out to me and wanting me to help. Because when I'm very honest, I have very often the default pattern running that I do everything and then I can have the right to blame everyone for things where they don't do it the way I want. So in this time, I felt like I was more vulnerable, like allowing, I am not so good always like I think I am. And that it's also good to achieve it together. Instead, I'm like, I'm the first and I'm better and whatever.
Yeah. Yeah, very relatable. Yeah, so that opened you actually up the what made you open up to the help of Khaled with the dog?
Yeah, actually it was not, I mean, he just did it and I wanted to do it. I mean, I wanted to take more and I was not able. And then I realized I don't actually have to. So I created such an internal stress by wanting to do more. And there was this thought about why. I mean, why can't you just let yourself help? And that thought relaxed me already. So and then I realized also that I create the exhaustion very often by myself. And I mean, I also empowered him helping me. It's not only that you are empowered if you reach the goal by yourself alone and nobody is doing anything and you just be the first and only one. It's also you can empower people on the way to achieve it by let yourself help by them.
Yeah.
Share also what you reach.
Yeah. I think I myself and maybe a lot of people have indoctrinations that asking for help, I know I do, is weakness. But actually, from the concept of empowerment, it's empowering others and you help them empower you. And maybe even the empowering aspect is that reaching the goal is then not about you, but actually about the goal. And I think that's, if I'm honest, a lot where I am coming from in my work is that if I reach a goal, it's about me. And I think that's how I set myself up for a lot of overwhelm and exhaustion, while at the same time I can prevent maybe that if I take a more honest approach and work for the goal for the sake of the goal. And then maybe some of the goals will change as well.
I mean, our ego seems to be so big that we want to do it alone because we don't want to share what we have when we reach it. That's so stupid, yeah. And, then we are sitting there alone, or what?
Yeah. And then it's like, nobody's helping me, but I'm not allowing any help to come to me in the first place. But what I find very interesting in all of this is that it's really not personal. It's just if I blame others that they don't do the job well, that's not personal to them. But also the whole disempowerment is also not personal. It's just another viewpoint that, and I can also take it not personally and try again. And then suddenly the people who were my enemies as opposed to my goal suddenly can become maybe friends that can help me achieve it.
I find this part, what you just give it a name, very interesting, and that's for me competition. Reaching something has a lot to do with that others are not reaching it also, or that we need to be reaching it, that they don't get it also.
Yeah.
Which is another area to talk about.
There's another area to talk about.
But it is so not empowering. And that's again, I think, why we sometimes don't feel happy when we reach what we wanted, because there was this whole competition thing running in it.
Yeah. And you won, or I won,
and
the others lost, or maybe something for another episode.
Yeah, I have a lot to say to that. I think we create another episode about competition.
Yeah.
I'm an expert. Yeah.
Oh, me too, but very, very subtly. And I'll share more about that in another episode. Thank you, everyone, for joining us and listening to us. And we hope to see you soon, or listen to us soon on the next episode.
Right. See you soon. Bye.
Bye.